All right, so here's the world beater, Khamzat Chimaev, wicked relevant in 2 divisions. Every time he sees you, he tries to take you down. Gotta think he's gonna try to wrestle here tonight.
That's exactly what he does, right? He wants to impose himself on his opponents. He wants to show his dominance when he's inside the octagon, whether it's on the ground in the grappling, as we saw in Kevin Holland, or whether it's him striking, as we have seen in the beginning of his UFC career. He has all the skills, but it's the mindset of Khamzat Chimaev that separates him from most fighters in both weight classes that he competes in.
And with respect to Conor McGregor and everybody else, I'm not sure that any athlete has ever taken this sport by storm quite the way Chimaev did back in 2020. Let's see how he fares in another big spot tonight. All right, so we get another look and title defense for the UFC's undisputed welterweight champion, and he's chasing greatness, right? He wants to be mentioned alongside George St. Pierre. Kamaru Usman is one of the greatest welterweight champions. To keep that dream alive, gotta hold serve as the favorite tonight.
For him, it was about getting there. And once he got there, Johnny started thinking bigger. How do I build my resume? How do I build the legacy? How do I do enough to be remembered? It's all about legacy for this guy. It's fight by fight. But every time you speak to him, he talks in historical terms. He's just a tremendous champion.
Well, and some people were suggesting this week that he move up a division and chase double champ status. He is focused on the task at hand. We'll see if he can handle it with flying colors tonight. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Khamzat Chimaev. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one.
Do it.
All right, well, he has officially taken the sport by storm. The bona fide welterweight contender, Khamzat Chimaev, undefeated, and appears to be on a trajectory to future championship greatness. How will he approach this stylistic challenge here tonight? A lot of people feel like he'll take the fight to the canvas, but as you know, he's got a lot of confidence in his hands. We'll see if he can find the power stroke early in this round. High-impact takedown for Khamzat Chimaev early, and clearly he's taking the path of least resistance tonight.
I watch Khamzat Chimaev, and I'm always amazed at his ability to not only get takedowns, but get them so easily. And it seems like it takes so little effort to get the fight to the ground. He will tell you what he's going to do, and he is constantly doing exactly that.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here.
Oh, big elbow.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Oh, he reversed position there on the ground, and he's now in the dominant position. Muhammad getting work from the top here. These ground and pound strikes very effective. Let's see if he tries to work his way back to his feet. Oh, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land from the top position.
He's having his way with him here. Drops down inside the now, trying to set up a choke here.
Oh, nice guillotine there. Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out. Great defense by this fighter.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Belal. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there by Muhammad.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Just over 2 minutes to go in round one. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get off on the hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Belal Muhammad. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out, or guys start to attack triangles.
Striking pretty well from the bottom here. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Muhammad's in half guard. All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that tiredness, that fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grappling exchange between 2 phenomenal grapplers. Oh, back and forth we go.
Starting to do some really significant damage.
Man, he has a great double leg. My goodness, he has a great double leg. He passes the half.
Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here.
Great submission defense on display tonight.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Chimaev.
He's got to be careful here.
Dominate those wrists. Posture's up now. That's a vicious head strike. How'd he take it? Seconds winding down in the opening round. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Muhammad. 5 minutes in the books.
All right, no problem. Let's recover, relax, shake it off. Forget that last round. This round, you're really going to set up those takedowns. I want you to be smart.
All right, so there's the end of the round. We had a big submission attempt there midway through, but largely the submission defense held up.
It wasn't tight. We thought the fight was over, but stayed patient, stayed calm, relaxed, and found his way out of that deep submission.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round 2 is underway. All right, next round is underway. We saw one submission attempt in the previous round, and you know moving forward, this guy is all about submission over position.
You saw one in the previous round. Look forward to him trying it again and again until he finds the submission. Oh, right into mount.
Lands with the ground and pound. Well, he's got his back now. Another ground and pound strike lands. Muhammad's in half guard. Nicely done. Ground and pound keeps coming. Good movement to avoid that damage coming down.
Let's go. Posture, heavy
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Good work from the top here by Muhammad.
Oh, big elbow. Big right hook there by the champ.
Relentless pressure from the top by Belal Muhammad. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Side control now. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Muhammad. Oh, great ground strike there. And now, blood is a factor.
Look out for the hook.
Print the shirts. Ground and pound. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions. Wow, he is landing time and time again on that cut.
Elbow now blocked by Belal Muhammad. Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket.
Huge knee lands to the clinch.
Takedown defense holds up. Immediately gets the underhook. Oh, how about the judo toss there? It's not as easy as it looks, I can assure you. Chimaev's in half guard now.
Yeah, he's going to try to attack Kimura here. He'll try to get him up on his right hip so he can get pressure.
No, he's out. The fight's going to continue.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over.
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Oh, shades of the godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Muhammad. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here.
Trying to recover full guard there.
We approach the 1 minute mark here in the second round. Under a minute now to go. Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Chimaev.
Oh, guillotine here.
Oh, that guillotine is officially tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Oh, he's mixing it up well. There's a ground and pound elbow to the body. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Belal Muhammad. Chimaev's eye is now swollen shut. They could actually stop this fight right now, given how bad it is. Clearly, the referee keeping a close eye on the fight.
Oh, he got to his spot.
Oh, now looking to posture up, and he lands a big head strike. Nicely done there by Muhammad. Oh, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
2 rounds in the books. All right, we're going to stay with him and follow him back to the corner to the stool because that is a really severe cut that he is dealing with. We'll see if the cut man can stem the bleeding here. All right, that's the end of the round, and you see the cut on the cheek. That thing is getting downright nasty. It is getting worse here by the minute. And you got to wonder, to what extent does that impact him moving forward here in this fight? You at least have to ask the question. All right, back to the stools we go, and it's starting to look like a second mouth on his cheek.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I mean, the guy is getting hit with big shots. One big enough to open up a nasty cut on his cheek. While it's in a better spot, it still is very difficult to deal with.
Like, if he absorbs another strike on that cheek, he might actually be able to eat through that cut on his cheek. I'm just saying.
He's got a big mouth.
Chimaev's cut is getting worse. The cut man chopping at the bit to get in there. He'll have to wait for the break between rounds if we get there.
In the tie clinch, look for the knees to start.
Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position.
Oh!
All right, looks like he's going for a hip toss here. Yes, he is, and with amplitude, able to take him down.
He got it. You know it. You know that it's coming, but he got it. He does a great job of disguising his technique. He is a fantastic judo player, and he did a great job of getting to his position.
Oh, great job by him there to reverse things and get the dominant position. And now he's got the back. And busy as he looks to improve position here. All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on them.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Khamzat Chimaev. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Under 3 minutes to go in our third round. North-south position now. Perhaps the crowd will get its collective mind out of the gutter.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Chimaev. All right, so the head damage continues to land, and at this point, man, gotta think the ringside physician is even getting antsy to check it out.
Oh yeah, you could tell that they want to check it out. But hats off to his opponent for putting together a great game plan, for staying on that face, making sure that when he saw the swelling start, he continued to drive him down that path to where he is right now, where he's almost unrecognizable. You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just gotta move.
Under 2 minutes to go in round 3. Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Khamzat Chimaev.
This is a terrible position.
Well, how about the movement off of the back? Nice job to avoid the ground and pound here by Belal Muhammad.
Oh, now he's gonna find himself in a little more danger.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Chimaev. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Chimaev's looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so. Oh, the cut on that cheek is only getting worse. His face is a mess.
He's got to be careful here.
60 seconds, that's it.
In the half guard.
Lands with the ground and pound here.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position. Beautiful transition. Now he's going full mount. He's got to start throwing now. Oh, big elbow.
Good work from the top here by Chimaev.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship round.
Back out here, work on that cut.
All right, there's the end of the round, and hopefully not the end of the fight. He doesn't look as handsome as he did when he walked out. That is a severe gash on his face. All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent. But this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
You ready to fight? You ready?
We have arrived at the fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. Fourth round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about this championship round.
The fourth round is easily the hardest round of fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3. You got to get back off of that stool, and this is a real test of your will and desire to win a fight.
And a nice job, at least.
Holy smokes!
Oh, the judo chops on full display. Beautiful hip toss to take him down.
Ronda Rousey did this for a long time, loading people up with those high-amplitude throws. This young man is very well versed in this position, and he has a lot of tricks to get you to put yourself exactly where he needs you.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of this thing.
Hit that wrist control for me.
He's getting them out here.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. We'll see what he does here. He postures up and lands to the head. Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Let's go. Get him off.
Muhammad's in half guard. 3 minutes to go. But at least staying busy on the bottom.
He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
Chimaev's right back to the full mount. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse. In the half guard.
Chimaev has got full mount now.
Scramble and go.
Under 2 minutes here to go, round 4.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass.
Oh, he escapes!
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
All right, he remains in pursuit of the submission, but the defense continues to hold up. I'm not sure he's going to be able to find a finish here.
In MMA today, guys are so well-rounded. They're so gifted. It's hard to just lock up a submission, but he continues to try. And in those efforts, he has given himself a chance to win this fight.
I've never been submitted.
You never have?
Nope.
Lucky guy. I have.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Johnny, and he just gets up. Well-placed shot right to the swelling. Great job recognizing where he's hurt and going back to it. It looks like the official may need to call in the ringside physician.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. 30 seconds to go in the round. Muhammad's able to make a nice transition there back into side control. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. 10 seconds to go in round 4. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Down, potentially 5 to go. All right, back to the stools now, and he is no longer the handsome man we once knew. That gash is getting serious.
Don't be stupid.
All right, replay truck has been kept busy tonight as we get you some clips from that previous round, and maybe we can even isolate the strike that opened his cheek up.
I mean, a cut on your cheek, while it's in a better spot, it is still so hard to deal with. Every time that gets hit, it hurts so bad. He's gonna have to move his head here.
You ready to fight? Ready.
5th and final round. Well, there it is again, a path of least resistance approach from Khamzat Chimaev, who was able to get the fight to the floor.
The angles that Chimaev gets when he gets to his opponent's legs is why nobody can defend takedowns. He overwhelms them with pressure, but he also gives them things that they don't see every day inside the gym. He gets to the double, cuts his angle, gets a takedown, and it only gets worse from there.
Listen, you gotta control your hand. Hand control. Hand control. Grab those wrists.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand oh, and he's attacking choke now.
Oh, Darce choke locked and loaded. Oh, flattened him on his back there.
That was nice.
Working in half guard here, making these shots count. Chimaev's back in full mount.
The hard ground and pound is paying dividends. He has opened up a cut.
The ground strikes continue to pile up. Muhammad getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. Well, it's a bloody Saturday, folks. He's really starting to leak out of that eye area, Daniel.
Well, he's leaking, John. He's wide open. The eyes are beat up. The guy's taking a beating, and the blood has to be affecting his vision at this point.
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Chimaev.
Side control, he's pretty safe there. Changing the position.
All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC.
Pins his arm, he's got him in a crucifix. Oh, good defense, yes.
Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control. Because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours.
All right, very late in the fight now, DC. I know we don't have open scoring, but correct me if I'm wrong, he needs a submission or he's losing this fight.
He is not a big puncher, so he needs to get this fight to the ground and chase a submission.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Well, not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these nice judo toss for him there. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Short uppercut in the clinch.
Oh, nice double leg, yes.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Muhammad.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently. Oh, he passes the half guard now, and he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Chimaev getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down. North-south, we'll see if the crowd can be mature about this. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up while he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Muhammad's in half guard.
Great shot from the top position. And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him. This is where he wants to be. He gets hit with another massive ground and pound strike. He has got to protect this cut.
Waning seconds of this fight. Outstanding pressure from top position here by Muhammad.
Stop.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision, and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
All right, so the Chechen Swede, Khamzat Chimaev, your winner by decision. You heard it there from Bruce Buffer. More often than not, he doesn't need to hear those judges' scorecards, but a clean effort nonetheless from Chimaev tonight.
Yeah, but in these decisions, we get to see him longer. We get to see the improvements and the advancements, and it starts to make you wonder who has something for Khamzat. Who can beat Khamzat Chimaev? The guy is that good. He's an amazing fighter, and he's only getting better.
Right, may want to get